Hello my gorgeous Sagittarius, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's in between the 31st of May and the actual 6th of June 2022. So this weekly horoscope tarot card forecast is for you my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's in between the 31st of May and the actual 6th of June 2022. The beginning of the week is going to be quite unusual. The beginning of the week is going to be quite weird. Do you know why? Because you are really going to feel so keen and so eager while you're facing the specific part of your life, and then suddenly you are, in order to go on the next stage, in order to go forward with this happiness, with this excitement, with this like a realization that it's time to kind of pay attention to this. What is actually going to happen, and what is actually going to surprise you, that you are the next step, the next stage of this, it's going to be you like maybe talking or communicating or working with someone else, and when you're going to realize that that particular person, it's really going to kind of not put you down, but it's going to kind of make you aware of the fact the energy is going to be a little bit unusual, the energy is going to be a little bit off, and that in itself is going to make you question certain things, that in itself is going to make you wonder, and then you're going to realize conflicting influence, something conflicting it's going to happen through that person, and then first of all this is going to like really surprise you, but then at the same time you're going to realize how things didn't make sense whatsoever, and it's going to be quite beneficial for you because it's going to make you aware exactly which part of your life needs that edit, which part of your life needs that adjustment. It's going to lead towards you realizing this conflicting influence. Is going to realize, the first of all you're going to be like, oh my god, no, but then again you're going to realize shortly after, you know what, this is actually for the better. This is going to work really well for you because it's going to help you to recognize which part of your life exactly came to an end, and you're just wasting your time with that part of your life. Sometimes it can drain our energy full on until we realize that we are reaching a very interesting part of our lives, but it's down to us to kind of realize when specific things come to an end. Otherwise it's only going to be draining our energy, and it's going to be slowing us down on our spiritual journey, and it's important because it's to do with your karma. So that's why you need to face this situation, and that's why you need to be honest with yourself. You need to understand that now it's time to put your foot down, but also to be as assertive as you possibly can. So it's all about you realizing this continuance of a certain effort. Do you know what, it's like only going to bring like a little bit of disappointment in your life, but it doesn't really matter because you're going to surprise yourself. How come that you feel like this? This is because your subconscious mind is already going to be preparing you for this moment in time. You will know that something better is going to come up. You will know that something better is just behind the corner. You will feel it, you will know it, you will be aware of it so vividly, but you're not going to be able to understand. But that same energy, it's going to be super relevant when it comes to you making one of the biggest progresses of your life. But sometimes before that happens, we really need to establish which part of our life slowly came to an end. So it's all about your understanding. It's about the success that is going to come after that moment in time. And as soon as you realize this, what do you need to edit? What do you need to kind of readjust in your life? Energy is going to shift like quite almost immediately. This is to do with your practical knowledge. This is to do with your passion. This is to do with things that make you feel vavavoomish. You need to understand that this life, this spiritual journey, it's all about us allowing ourselves to be ourselves. If you feel weird, be weird. If you feel silly, feel silly. This is what we need to understand, that this is the way we need to live our lives, through our own passion. When you work with your passion, when you live with your passion, when you allow yourself to like kind of take your passion onto the next level, something really magical happens within you. You start feeling the ground below your feet like so strong. It grounds you, it centers you. It reminds you like of very powerful energy within our own existence that sometimes we ignore, okay? Because sometimes we take the advice of other people over our own advice. No more, baby. No, no, no. You only use it as a guidance, you know? So it's all down to you, how you feel about things and what you think that the next step should be in your life when it comes to the proceedings and things like that. So it's about it's about your practical knowledge. It's about the strength and confidence that is going to come out of it, but also it's about you doing something so big and so important when it comes to you feeling stagnation in your life, when you're feeling like a very slow change, when you were feeling like immobile with so many different parts of your life. So it's going to lead towards an important, mind-blowing negotiation, which you are going to become aware of already at around the midweek, indeed. And also, when it comes to the midweek, you know, it's another person that is going to be playing an important role. My God, you will see how important people are in your lives and how important people are who come across your spiritual journey, whether they're negative or whether they're positive, whether they're good or whether they're bad. They're exactly who they are. They're exactly what they're meant to be in order to bring like a certain feeling, energy and vibration within us, which is only going to test our own courage when we are facing the real things in life, when we have to weigh in between things like what makes sense to us and what makes sense to someone else. What should I do? Well, you do what makes sense to you. This is important because on another hand, again, midweek, I'm sorry, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this is very complex week, but it's good because midweek it's going to bring you this unrealistic person that you're going to become aware of. You know, it's to do with illogical thinking, and that in itself, it's really kind of going to be connected at around the time when you're going to become aware of kind of news which you're not going to like, unfavorable but news, like the news that you're not going to like whatsoever here. And that in itself is going to make you think, and that in itself is going to make you wonder, and then because of that unrealistic person, you will want to make this decision really quickly. And that's exactly what you should be doing. You will be able to make a really important decision really quickly, which is without even realizing at this moment in time, this is going to bring you rather sudden progress within the next 2 weeks. Like, oh my God, this in itself is going to bring a swift activity and sudden progress in your life. But if you didn't come across this unrealistic person, you see, things wouldn't unfold in the way they are going to, because this is going to bring you satisfaction and a really great accomplishment and a pleasure in a daily existence, because there is so much that you were worrying about, and this is all about you cutting this like a dark cords in your life and removing yourself from it, learning what you can learn out of it, and just, you know, go on the next stage of your life. The last part of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know, it's just like somebody who's very, and again, my goodness, you see, again, somebody who's very consistent in your life, somebody who's very beautiful in your life, certain person, again, someone is going to be playing an important role, but someone who is rather consistent, someone who is rather beautiful, someone who is rather trustworthy, someone who is rather intelligent, and someone who is rather spiritually intelligent, and someone who is rather like a talkative. It's about to bring you an absolutely, this consistent person in your life, it's going to bring you an absolutely important news, but this news, it's to do with you understanding immediately what part of your life, what aspect of your life you need to pay attention to in terms of investment. You will know that what you will understand is going to open you up so nicely. It's going to give you so much bravery, so much confidence in order to go for it, because it's going to be consistent of the next step, which is going to be kind of, oh my God, an alteration that you're going to need to make when it comes to stepping into an unknown area of your life. But this is going to be good indeed, because it's going to be followed by an absolutely remarkable little sign that you're going to have, which is again going to kind of happen at around like a little bird. It's to do with a bird. I'm sorry, these birds are such a messengers in this world, in this life, on this spiritual journey. Our birds, animals are so much more what they are. They pick up on our energy, they pick up on our vibe. There is so much more to animals, and some people don't even understand, but it's crazy. But when it comes to spiritual messengers, birds are indeed spiritual messages. So there is one bird again, which is going to be something unusual about this bird, something maybe unusual in terms of friendliness and bravery. When you come across that little bird at around the end of the week, this is also going to be a very strong sign that you are about to move on with your life, that you're about to make an important adjustment. That's going to be followed with someone who's going to have an important, like a really good influence on you, but then at the same time, it's all about you having that important sign about that investment, about making one of the most important investments of your life. This is something like, oh my God, that is going to make your life so much better, so much more interesting, but and then at the same time, really wise investment. Okay. What else you need to remember, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's that, you know, it's this week, it's all about the resolution of difficulties that have been slowing you down and that have been affecting you more than you can possibly imagine. You can only realize how much this was affecting you by the time everything ends, everything finished. So it's important, you know, it's all about like a weight lifted, you know, off your shoulders, but at the same time is the end, it's marking the end of the certain codependency. It's marking the end of the certain codependency as well. And this also means that it's a great week to work on the certain addictions, perhaps if you have some. On another hand, you know, I like it because it's also you feeling a very strong desire throughout this week, the desire for a more meaningful life, you know, because you're going to realize that it's time to move on. And that in itself, it's also going to make you think, going to make you wonder, and you will see by the end of the week, you're going to start seeing, realize that you are choosing to make major, huge, massive life changings, you know, and life changes, and that is exactly what you should be doing at this moment in time. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.